Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony here with you here again today. What to do if you're tempted to go back with someone who's been abusive to you. They're hovering you, they're kind of giving you the sweet talk, they're giving you, the invites, they're trying to get you to go away for a weekend, they promise things will be different for you, they sweet talk you, they try to break you down. And you're feeling really tempted, you're wondering if you can give them a second chance, you're wondering if you should forgive them. I mean, after it all, it is in your nature to forgive, isn't it? Not when we're talking about abuse, not when we're talking about deep and prolonged narcissistic or psychopathic abuse or child abuse or sexual abuse. If you've been violated, if your boundaries have been broken down, annihilated, basically mauled over, you absolutely positively do not want to give this person a second chance. The number one hallmark, I think, with people who have experienced emotional abuse and physical abuse, of course, is a violation of boundaries. I mean, it's like you're the ultimate, what do you call it? Not foot mat, what do you call it? Welcome mat. When you're being walked over, you're the ultimate doormat, or whatever that expression is. You're treated that way. I mean, you're treated like you can just be walked all over, and that's a horrible feeling. I mean, it's an abuse of power. It's an abusive emotion. It's abusive position. And you absolutely positively do not need to stay stuck in that position. And if your feelings that you were so broken down that you can't, get up and face the truth, or confide in someone else what's gone on because you feel like you're an inadequate person or less of a person because this has been drilled into you so many times, or this abusive person has led you into believing that you need to stay with them, or they're going to supply you with living or housing or food or drugs or drinking or clothing or whatever it is, sex. I mean, whatever it is that they're dangling to you, it's not worth it. It is absolutely positively not worth it. I mean, you shouldn't not be giving them the time of day. You shouldn't even be giving them more than a few seconds of thought, because it's only meant to break you down. It only gets worse. It only gets exasperated. Their abuse, their ways of abuse only get more intense. Talk to people who have been, who've broken their no contact vow to themselves. They broke down. They were drinking one night. They called this person. They thought it would be better when they, if they were to go back, and they let their guard down. And then next thing you know, one thing leads to another. They're hooking up. They're out partying or whatever, and then you're just stuck in the lie, and you cannot simultaneously live a lie and live your truth. You can't simultaneously live a lie and live your purpose. It's just, it's a tough fence to straddle. So you don't want to be on that, because it's going to render you immobilized, and it's going to just perpetuate a lot of these feelings of anxiety and depression, and it's just going to set you back. It's going to backslide you. You need to embrace yourself and embrace all that you have to offer, and start raising up your knowledge of yourself, so you can start to attract better people. Living with these people, it can be absolutely horrendous. You have to find an exit out. If you feel like it's difficult, go talk to your local police. Go talk to your local Department of Children and Family Services. Call a shelter. I mean, you get to these levels. I mean, this is reality. You don't want to stay stuck with these people and feeling like, your husband is your employer or your boss. They're not. A marriage is, is for better or for worse, but it doesn't say for you abusing me or not. I mean, those were not your vows. You did not sign up for that. You did not commit to that. You committed to yourself before God that you would be committed to this person. So if that's what's holding you back, that you were married to this person, or you made this vow, look at your commitment and your closeness with your Creator, and realize that is where your commitment is. It's not to this person, and it's not being abused. You have to get out of that old school thinking and feeling like you're less than or weaker than. There's resources, who can help you learn some skills to get out of there. You're not stuck. You know, the old ball and chain, you know, if you look down at your foot, I don't think there's going to be a ball there and a chain. I mean, unless you're in jail. I mean, or whatever that situation is. You don't have a ball and chain. You're actually a free person. So you need to acknowledge these truths and embrace these truths and start looking at some of the more resources out there that you can tap into, and then begin to work your way up in the system. Work your way up in the healing system. Find, you know, getting yourself a progression so you can ultimately be your greatest success story. That's where your true love and your energy is going to come. Your energy is not going to come from depending on an abusive person. They're going to continue to be that way. So please stay the path on your road to healing, and I trust you're going to see the results and you're going to be glad you did. Peace and harmony here with you here today. Please share and subscribe for more great tools, videos, and discussions. Make it a beautiful day.